Hi everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. I am back bringing you another, what I hope to be a fun, fast Christmas card. And let's go ahead and get started. So again, one of my nods to a rustic Christmas. So first and foremost, what are we going to need? You are going to need a crumb cake base, and it is going to be 5.5 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide. Square it down the middle at 4 1/4. Fold and burnish. And if you guys can't tell, I totally forgot to start filming before I did that, so I just redid it with you. Now this is going to be a 10-fold card like this, but you really don't need it again for the moment. So we're going to set that aside. Then what else are you going to need? You are going to need a piece of early espresso cardstock. And this cardstock measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so basically a 1/4 of an inch. And then you're going to need, now if you guys don't know this, this is actually a template, and this template measures 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 inches. Now it's actually the center to this one here, but that's what it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a smidge of snail. You can use a glue dot, a temporary glue of any kind you want. I'm going to attempt, let's see if I can get this straight. There we go. I'm going to use 2 of the grid lines because it doesn't 100% line up. Okay. You're aiming for the center. Now, this is a rustic Christmas. It's supposed to look like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's supposed to look like a wooden frame. So again, I'm aiming for the center. If you want to be really, really precise about this, go ahead and grab yourself a ruler and measure it. I'm just aiming, hoping that it's going to look straight, and if it doesn't, that's okay. It's supposed to be wood, and this is the back side anyways. And then go ahead and draw a line, or draw around your template with a pen, pencil, anything that you can actually see. Oops. Okay. Go ahead and remove it. So that's what that's going to look like. Then you're going to quickly pull in some sort of a cutting mat and a craft knife. Now if you're a really stickler about being straight, go ahead and grab a ruler as well. And then I just go ahead and I cut, oops, I am now moving my paper. That's not what I want to do. I then just cut around or along those lines that I drew with my craft knife. Now, if you guys are really great at using your paper trimmer, go ahead and stick this in your paper trimmer and do the same thing. Me personally, I am better with a craft knife. So that is what I use. But try to stay along your lines if you're not like me, you know. Then when you're done, oh, I have one whole line left to go. Thought I'd already done that one. Okay, and let me go over that line one more time. Should, there we go, pop out. There we go. So again, you can then use that as a template. That first one was actually the center to my first card. But clean this up right there. There we go. Just a little bit cleaner. Okay, go ahead and close up your craft knife. You don't need it anymore. Go ahead and put away your cutting mat. And you guys are left with a frame, a fairly good frame. So what are we going to do next? We are going to grab in our Timeless Textures stamp set. We are going to go back and we're going to use that wood grain again, or the first time. And our Early Espresso ink, go ahead and open that up. And we're just going to stamp around the edges. Now, it's not 100% that it's just going to take one stamp around the edges, so you're going to probably have to overlap it a little bit. The sides, I think, work on one, but I don't think the top or the bottom does, unless you actually measure it 100% center. As I said, I don't, so but we're just going around the edge here. Center there. Didn't get it dark enough. Okay, there you go. And one more over here. Just one more. There we go. Okay, so you're done with your early espresso. Go ahead and set your timeless textures aside. Then we are going to pull in our Father Christmas stamp set. And today we're using this giant Christmas greetings here and this small one down here. I just thought the stamp set was beautiful and gorgeous and very rustic, very traditional. And I'm a traditional Christmas kind of girl, but I can also be a little bit contemporary for some. So we'll go ahead and grab that in. And you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, or not Whisper White, this is Very Vanilla. Very Vanilla cardstock, and this measures 3 3/4 by 5. And we're going to take you're going to do the Merry Christmas greetings first. Christmas greetings first. Make sure it's nice and well inked up. Okay. Now, you're going to aim to stamp this straight. If you're like me, you don't ever stamp it 100% straight. Again, if you're really concerned about it, use a Stamp-A-Majig. Otherwise, you guys can fix it when you frame it. So, go ahead and get it pretty close to straight. Just above the center line. Nice, firm, good hold there. Ooh, beautiful. All right, since it's the same block I use for both, pulling one off and I'm putting the other one back on. Now, they do not line up 100% straight or even, but they do fit pretty well together. So, how do you do this? You're going to see that your stamp actually has a lip on it. Notice that you have a lip, accept that you have a lip. Aim to line it up and overlap the swirls a little bit here. And you should, again, you should be okay. All right, straight down. Try not to rock your stamp like I just did. Straight up. Beautiful. And as you can see, it kind of overlaps just a smidge. That's okay. All right, so you're done with that. Grab back in your crumb cake card base. Now you can see here, I'm going to test this out. I'm not actually going to put it down yet. I'm just going to test it out. Which side's bigger? That side's bigger. I'm going to put the bigger one on the bottom there. All right, so I need to trim this down just a little bit. Because I didn't stamp it 100% in the center. That's okay. Whew. Stuck my thumb in there. Okay. Again, I didn't stick it 100% in the center, and that's all right. I just want to put the frame around the center. So you want to center this one. Go ahead and stick this down. And you want to make sure your words are straight. Straight words in the center of your card. Or as straight as you can get them, if you're me. Okay. Then we're going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this guy. Now, I went a little dimensional crazy when I did this one the first time. I wound up putting 8 on here. I'm going to see what 6 look like. I don't want these centers of this window here to collapse, and that's why. I'll let you know how I like it afterwards. Again, originally I put 8. I put 4 corners and then 1 on each of the 4 sides. But hey, we'll see. Okay, there we go. And sticking it in the center. Center your wood frame around it. I think the wood frame needs to go up a little bit on the side. There we go. Okay, so I got that centered in there. Now, in my original card here, you're going to notice I put some jingle bells. Now, how did I do that? These are our mini jingle bells from our holiday mini catalog. Gorgeous. I just went ahead and I strung them on the Garden Green Baker's Twine from Baker Twine Trio Pack. Now, I can automatically tell you, this is not going to go through the mail. Unfortunately, it's beautiful, it's pretty, and it's got jingle bells and it jingles. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they actually do jingle. but it cannot go through the mail. This other one may not be able to go through the mail either. I have no idea. I haven't checked yet. But I actually have a tendency to hand deliver a lot of cards and with gifts and things like that. So I thought the Jingle Bells were a really cute touch to this. So I went ahead and that's what I did. But today we're going to leave off the Jingle Bells just to see what it looks like. So I have all 3 of the colors from the Baker Twine Trio Pack. And we're going to cut off a length of each and every one of them. There's that one. Okay, so we've got Cherry Cobbler, which is the first one. We've got Gold, which is the second one I'm working with here. Oh, actually, that should probably be enough. I cut off some other from something else, and that's what that is. And then we have, what I'm working on here is Garden Green as well. And I'm just cutting off a pretty decent length because you're going to double it and then we're going to tie it. So we are going to go with the same length. Okay. That my gold is now. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, we got a nice giant length of Baker's Twine here. I'm folding it in half, or roughly what's half. And I'm going to tie a bow in the middle of my Baker's Twine. Now, does it turn out that, oops, something got missed. Woo! Okay, try that attempt number 2. See, demonstrators cannot always tie bows either, guys. If anybody's out there that's really good at it, man, I wish I was you. Okay. Get your bow to where you want it. I want my bow to have a little bit smaller. There we go. And we're just going to take this. I want my tails to be a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. I don't know. All right, so we cut off all the excess there. And I'm going to leave a little bit fluffy a bow. Wrong one. There he is. Okay. And trim that off again since it became uneven and that bugs me. Okay. Now, originally I had it up in the corner up here. I think I'm going to try to put it down here. Down here. Okay, down there. Grab yourself a glue dot. Stick a glue dot on the back there. And I'm just going to pop it in the corner. There you go. We have our cute Christmas card. I have no idea how effective this would be to make a whole bunch of these for Christmas. It's like a Stamp-A-Stack style, but they are very pretty and they're very easy to make. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Mel. If you enjoyed this card, please like it. If you would like to see more, go ahead and please subscribe, and I would love to see you guys again. This is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions saying bye, guys.